It's in the year of the centenary, which is a great start. It's in the year where we have all of the range established, so that's another reason for being here. And of course also it's the time when we wanted to share our concept about urban mobility. So all of those three things sort of joined together to make it Geneva, great time, able to showcase all of those three things. Well, it's all about the positioning and what we've established since 2014. So that was a 360-degree strategy which looked at products, it looked at the services, and it looked at the customer journey. And basically, by putting all of those into place, coherence across the whole of that strategy is now bearing fruit. And Europe was the first one, the first region where we introduced all of those things, all those elements. And as you quite rightly say, best record sales for the past 7 years and sales up almost 30%. So yes, I think it's the culmination of all of those things being put in place. And of course now we need to roll that out across all the regions across the world. So the concept car AMI ONE is where we're testing the market to understand. And we wanted to show, first of all, our vision of what urban mobility, because we're all talking about, you've got to be 100% electric, you can't go into the cities, etc. We wanted to protect the liberty and freedom of customers. So we want to test a concept which is, you can drive this in the inner cities. It's 100% electric, you don't need a driving license. Very, very easy to park. All of those things that are concerns of when you're in big cities. And we're just testing the market. So it's very important for Citroën because we've always had this history in 100 years to show innovativeness and sort of creativity. And always trying to find a solution that's right for the right time. And we believe it's right now is the most important time to be talking about urban mobility. And also it's not just about the object, it's also about how you would use this vehicle. So, we want to be able to say that you can use this vehicle for 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days, 5 years, whatever it may be, and offer different ways and different solutions for the customer to be able to experience it. Well, it's very, very important for us to become more international. As I said, our current positioning is working very, very well in terms of in Europe. We've also now rolled that out, for example, into South America with the C4 Cactus, and now we've got the opportunity to go into India. India is an enormous market. It's currently 3 million passenger cars and it's due to grow exponentially, double maybe by 2025. So an enormous opportunity for Citroën as a brand, because Citroën, we talk about our creativity and we can be different, and it's a brand that can differentiate itself, and I think you need to do that when you've got such a big market and in emerging, you've got to be different, and therefore the unique styling, the comfort message, being at the heart of the market, we offer something different to the Indian market, and that's why we think it's going to be great for us, and of course it will be able to have a very sort of balanced portfolio across many regions. Well, I think there's two aspects of this, because of course there's the mobility object that we're showcasing with AMI ONE, the concept, but there's also our electrification strategy. Because for Citroën we're in the technology of also making sure that we've got our plug-in hybrid electric next year on the C5 Aircross, and every vehicle we launch after that, from 2020 onwards, will have an electrified version as well. So by 2025 we're going to be 100% with our vehicles and models having an electrified version. So there's one part of it which is the electrification of the range, and the other part of it is about mobility, and mobility in the sort of urban areas. And I think that's really, really important for us to focus, because more and more our freedom is being challenged, and we want to make sure that we can offer something to our solutions which is a little bit innovative. So I think there's two aspects for it: the normal electrification and this growth in the desire of society to be actually have more mobility in the urban areas.
To the brand?
Well, I mean, of course, Brexit is the question everybody asks, and I think the problem with Brexit, we don't actually know what's going to happen. So we're all waiting until the end of March to see what it's going to be. The UK itself, for Citroën, it's my 5th largest market, so clearly it's an important market. So I need to understand, but we need to have some form of stability. I obviously import vehicles into the UK, and therefore I need to understand whether it's going to be, no tariffs, what it's going to be. So at the moment, of course, the PSA group has lots of strategies: hard Brexit, soft Brexit, no deal, etc. But until we know what it is, we can't react. But it obviously will have an enormous impact.